Are you ready to feel the difference of truly hydrated skin? This winter, treat yourself to silky smooth hydration with Osea's best-selling Undaria Algae Body Butter. Luxuriously rich, but never greasy, this TikTok-famous body butter is clinically tested to visibly firm skin and provide 72 hours of continuous hydration. Experience healthy, hydrated skin with clean vegan skincare from Osea. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code WINTER at OseaMalibu.com.
On today's Smart 7, Zelensky pushes back on Putin plan, UK economy shows signs of green shoots and much more. It's Friday 14th of February, it's Valentine's Day, and happy birthday Becky Hill.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Thursday saw Donald Trump continue to chat about his conversation with Russian President Putin. He mused on his belief that Putin wants peace in Ukraine and even suggested that Russia should be readmitted to the G7. That didn't match up with Ukrainian President Zelensky's view of Putin, who did politely point out that Putin had tried to assassinate him in Kyiv, and he was quietly insisting that both Europe and Ukraine need to be around the negotiating table.
I'm grateful to President Trump for his sincere interest in our common opportunities, in how we can bring real peace together. It was a long conversation, and President Trump informed me of what Putin had told him. We believe that America's strength is enough to push Russia and Putin to peace together with us, together with all our partners.
Meanwhile, new US Secretary of Defense, former Fox News host Pete Hegseth was suggesting everything is on the table at the NATO conference, including a reduction in US troop numbers in Europe, which would greatly please Putin. He was busy promising that Uncle Sam wouldn't become Uncle Sucker on his watch, but UK PM Keir Starmer was more interested in practical support for Ukraine.
Nobody wants the conflict to continue, and Ukrainians, more than anybody, want the conflict to end. But we must make sure that Ukraine is at the heart of this, and it's really important that Ukraine is in the strongest possible position.
The UK narrowly avoided a technical recession on Thursday as new figures published by the Office of National Statistics showed that GDP grew by 0.1% in the final quarter of 2024. Coming after zero growth in the third quarter, any sign of green shoots in the economy will ease some of the pressure Chancellor Rachel Reeves has been under since the budget. She didn't sound like she was ready to celebrate, though.
The growth numbers have come in higher than many expected, but I'm still not satisfied. And that's why I am determined to go further and faster in delivering the economic growth and the improvements in living standards that our country deserves.
The growth in part was driven by a strong December, particularly for the services sector, and it suggests that more growth may follow in 2025. However, Tory Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride was unimpressed by the numbers.
We had also that disastrous budget with all those tax and spend increases, and that really has pretty much killed growth stone dead, whilst at the same time stoking up inflation.
Friday sees world leaders gather in Munich for the annual security conference, but before security was tightened, there was an attack on a trade union rally in the middle of the city. A Mini Cooper was driven into the crowd of union workers, injuring at least 30 people, including children, some of whom are in critical condition. The rally came as Germany counts down the days to what promises to be a contentious election, as Chancellor Olaf Scholz is struggling in the polls in the face of a surge from the far-right AfD party. German news website Der Spiegel identified the suspect as an asylum seeker who had arrived in Germany in 2016, but police continue to investigate. Chancellor Scholz condemned the attack and called for action.
An Afghan perpetrator has severely injured people, and that is not something that we can tolerate or accept. It is incumbent upon me to give you the message that anyone who commits a crime in Germany will not only be punished severely and go to jail, but also they must understand that they might not be able to continue to reside in Germany.
This week has seen farmers out on the streets again, campaigning against the government's proposed change in inheritance tax for farms worth over £1 million. They scored a major PR victory on Thursday when a noisy tractor led protest forced Prime Minister Keir Starmer to abandon a PR launch in Buckinghamshire. The PM was there to announce a new government scheme which will see new towns built across England in a bid to ease pressure on the housing market. However, as the placard-waving farmers descended, Starmer the farmer harmer had to beat a retreat, and the protesting farmers weren't finished either.
We are not going away. We will never go away. We will not go away even if this becomes law. This will still be persistent. Everywhere this man goes, we will be.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, McLaren unveil their 2025 car and Harrison Ford gets grumpy right after this.
Work management platforms. Ugh, endless onboarding, IT bottlenecks, admin requests. But what if things were different?
We found love in an open space.
Monday.com is different. No lengthy onboarding. Beautiful reports in minutes. Custom workflows you can build on your own. Easy to use prompt-free AI. Turns out you can love a work management platform. Monday.com, the first work platform you'll love to use.
Welcome back.
We've got just about 2 weeks to go until the Formula One season roars into life. The first official testing for 2025 will take place in Bahrain from the 26th of February, and the first race of the season is on the weekend of March 14th. This season sees quite a lot of changes between the teams, with Lewis Hamilton joining Charles Leclerc at Ferrari, while Kimi Antonelli replaces Lewis at Mercedes. At Red Bull, Max Verstappen has a new partner in Liam Lawson, while Carlos Sainz is now at Williams. One of the teams to keep their driver lineup are constructor champions McLaren, and they unveiled their brand new car on Thursday. Lando Norris reckons Lewis is the one to watch this season.
I think it's cool what he's doing and what he's done and going to Ferrari. I think it's very special. I think Ferrari is incredible, so I feel like he would struggle to find any reasons to not be motivated. It's an incredible opportunity for him. It's a cool story.
Harrison Ford is a man who just doesn't know when to quit. He's 82 and he's busier than he's ever been, making 2 hit TV shows, 1923, which is part of the Yellowstone saga, and Apple TV plus smart comedy Shrinking. Not only that he's just delivered his first Marvel role as Red Hulk, and the CGI makeover kind of suits him. He's been in good form on the press tour, explaining to MTV what clues to watch out for if he's getting grumpy on set.
How can I tell if you're not in a good mood?
If instead of talking, I'm going... Some people just don't even see it.
Right, but I'm close enough that I think I'm registering.
I think you feel the heat from here.
The final season of The Handmaid's Tale is on the way, and not a moment too soon, as reality starts to look more and more like the world created by author Margaret Atwood. For those who haven't seen it, The Handmaid's Tale is set in the dystopian world of the United States after a civil war, where the country has been taken over by a totalitarian government who make it their business to subjugate women. It stars Elizabeth Moss, who has won both a Golden Globe and an Emmy for her performance. And it's probably the right time to end the series, as it starts to look less like science fiction and more like a documentary with every day of the Trump presidency. The new series drops on April 6th.
They believed that these garments that they put on our bodies told the world who we are. To mark us, they put us in red, the color of blood. They forgot that it's also the color of rage.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Hey, you know what would make your customer service help desk way better? Dumping it and then switching to Intercom. But you're not quite ready to make that change. We get it. That's why Finn, the world's leading AI customer service agent, is now available on every help desk. Finn can instantly resolve up to 80% of your tickets, which makes your customers happier and gets you off the customer service rep hiring treadmill. Finn by Intercom, the leading customer service AI agent, now available on every help desk.